Okay, guys, hey, don't push your limits. Don't work super hard. Listen, just chill. Just relax. Don't do all those things that are going to stress you out. Don't push beyond what you think you're capable of, okay? Why? Why would you want to do that anyways? Right? Life's okay. Life's got its ups and downs. It's got enough of its interesting obstacles, challenging opportunities, problems. Why would you want more? Why would you want any more by pushing further on your limits, right? Let's just, be calm and collected. However, if you are somebody who'd like to push their limits, enjoys achieving more than what the general person feels or thinks about, aren't super comfortable with the life that you're currently living or imbibing, and you'd like to achieve or be or add or contribute greater to humanity, then watch this video. I'm going to share my personal thoughts that I reflected on today, and I just want to share that with you guys. Perhaps they might inspire those of you who are looking to push their limits. I don't know if you know this, but for the longest time, it was believed that a human being cannot run a mile, 1 mile, under 4 minutes. The doctors, the experts, the scientists, the sports people, everybody was on the same belief that if anybody tried to run a mile under 4 minutes, that person's lungs would collapse or explode. They would probably go back to God and they would just meet their demise pretty fast. It wasn't until Roger Bannister, somewhere about I don't know how many hundreds of years ago, 150 years ago, 50 or so odd years ago, ran the first mile under 4 minutes. And you know what's surprising? Right after that, the next year, I think the people who ended up running a mile under 4 minutes was in the double digits. So the moment this one person does it, poof, and he breaks through the limits that everybody else puts on themselves, because we all believe that that's the limit to what we or she or he or us can collectively or individually achieve. The moment that's shattered, the mind and heart in coordination allows the person to jump and leap much forward, right? It's quite interesting, don't you think so? Reflect on this, right? If I asked you to go like this and hold your breath, some of you might last about 30 seconds, some about 45 seconds, some about a minute, maybe a minute and a half. And those of you with really strong lungs and with some practice might go somewhere between 2 to 3 minutes. I don't know. Possible, right? But have you ever seen those free divers, the pearl divers? You can actually go to YouTube and just check free diving, right? And you'll see that people actually go down deep sea, explore it without those gas tanks or oxygen tanks. Well, not gas tank, oxygen tank. And they're down there for minutes and minutes on end, like almost 15, 20 minutes. Like they can actually hold their breath so much longer. How do they do that? Right? First things first, they've actually shattered that belief that says that they need to actually breathe every 1 minute or every few seconds, or that they can't hold their breath longer than a certain point of time, right? They can actually do it. I've got to share one personal story with you guys, and this is, I kind of like went headlong into this. This is about 8, 9 years ago. Tony Robbins, everybody's heard about Tony Robbins. He was hosting an event called Unleash the Power Within in London, 2017, April something. And one of the highlights of the event is that you get to walk on fire. Like literally, you get to walk on fire. Like for I think for a lot of people this might be like, whoa, I don't want to walk on fire. But for a lot of people like myself, like the other 10,000 people who were there, right? I wasn't unique, but tons and tons of people who were there. We were like, okay, here's an opportunity to push through our limits in a controlled, manufactured, disciplined, guided environment. Tony's kind of like teaching you how to do it. And would it be fun if we actually succeeded to doing it? So it's a 4-day event. On the first day, you actually end up walking on fire. As the day ends, you go out where the coals are burning now at 2100 degrees centigrade, and you actually walk on fire. And it's just not like 1 or 2 steps. You end up taking about 10 to 15 steps on the coal. He trains you, and he inspires you to push through your limits, right? So, in my personal opinion, for all those who watched and are still here till the end, guys, the human being is not limited. We are quite limitless. How we push ourselves to achieve what we would like to achieve, whether it's spiritually, whether it's physically, whether it's with your family, whether it's monetarily, there is a little bit of a switch button, click button somewhere within you where you've got to set it up and say, look, I'm going to be limitless. Are you ready? Go. Go for it. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Go be limitless. Live your life without being scared. Yalla, Bismillah. You, me, and all the ones who are watching. Bye for now.